I've been seeing a lot of videos about 0.2 and saying it's bad. Now, do I think it's bad? No. But in today's video, I'll be talking about 0.2 and giving my opinions on it. So let's talk about the new characters and the new maps, because we got to. And hopefully you enjoy this video and maybe we see each other like points, you know? Okay, I'm gonna give my opinions on every single character in this update, starting with Kolossos. And frankly, I never cared for this character, like before 0.2. And well, I like him a lot in this update. I like him a lot as a character, and well, his kit is really cool. Now, the main thing I had a problem with him, and what made him broken to me, was his combos. Because after charge, he could just M1 you and then you die. But now the nerfs came in, and well, Kolossos definitely suffered. And do I think that the community was somewhat valid for, saying he's broken? Yes, the combos were stupidly broken. But are there people saying like, oh, his 50 M1 is broken? Yes. Do I think he's broken? No, because I mean, just look at his character. Like, he's meant to be a brute force character who just rips apart everything. But steering away from his balance changes, his climb is really hard to work with sometimes. Not because it doesn't work, because it doesn't work with the maps. And some of the maps are questionable. I'm having a hard time to describe Tripwire, so maybe if you have some ideas or anything you want to say in the comments and put in there, but Tripwire is definitely trippy in many ways. Because she's meant to be a zoner, but like, she doesn't have multiple traps, it's just one. But like, she's a cool character, it's just her kit's annoying. Like, annoying. Like, sometimes you'll be like close to reach out and get grabbed, and sometimes you just won't get grabbed. But Brighter Day is also just as annoying because that thing has no wind up to it at all, and you will just get beamed from across the entire map. Tripwire is just a weird killer. I don't know, like her archetype just doesn't make sense because she's a zoner but doesn't have a bunch of zoning abilities. She just has like one bomb and that's all. Other than that, she's a weird killer, so if you have anything to say in the comments, then put it down there, I guess. We could be here all day talking about is Silver broken or not, but all I'm gonna say is make his mana tied to his flight. The end. Okay, let's talk about Rock, because Rock is one of the worst abilities in the game. I like playing Silver, like he's top 3 for me, but Rock is just so weird, dude. Like, day 1 Rock and to now Rock is the exact same. His aim for the Rock is just really bad. You can't see anything when you're aiming because the rocks are so huge. And like, you can stun the EXE with 3 rocks, but it's only like a 2-second stun. Like, what? Like, you know how hard it is to hit 1 rock? But you know how hard it is to hit 3 rocks on a moving target that can easily just run up to you and hit you. I like to play Silver, I really do. But like, they need to like, do something about Rock. Like, low-key, dude. Cause Rock is just like, I don't know, like, it's weird. Like, maybe make it more rewarding to stun the killer instead of, only throwing 1 rock as most people do. But all in all, I like to play Silver a lot. But like, he's all over the place in the community. Some people will say that Blaze is pretty cool, and some will say that she's bad. But some will say that she's fire. And well, she is fire. Now, I never really cared for Blaze as a character in Sonic, but in this game, she is really cool. Some will say fire. Okay, I'll stop with the puns, but seriously though. The one thing that really disappoints me about Blaze though, is not her moveset, but her cosmetics. Or the lack thereof. She only has like 2 coloring like palettes to pick from, while Silver has like a whole like arsenal of colors. And Blaze only has like 2 like outfits to wear. But like, why does Blaze have like no like color palettes to change to, but Silver has like red, blue, green, yellow, orange, like in every single color in the rainbow? That's like the only thing that really like kind of upsets me about Blaze. But other than that though, I love her kit, I love her moveset. She's a really cool character, and I think she's pretty balanced too. Besides an LMS, because LMS you can be really annoying to deal with. Now, I'm not going to harp on the maps for too long because you've probably seen other outcome memory videos that talked about the map being horrible, but I'll just give my take on each of them. So, Mystic Caves is probably the best map in the update. Now, is it a great map? It depends on some characters you use. Like, Silver absolutely cooks on this map, but using like Kolossos or Tripwire, they kind of struggle on this map. And for some reason, 2011X is like really good now. Like, he's really good with map traversal in this new update, so that's a W for 2011X. But other than that, the Mystic Cave is alright, it's decent. Now, they reworked Green Hill, but my main gripe with it is not the drowning mechanic, it's not the lightning, it's not how big the map is. My main gripe is this. Yep, when the map turns all gray and foggy. Okay, well, there's a few problems with it I have. One, it's hard to see through, and plus, it just makes the map look bland, and I had a problem with that in the original Green Hill, where it just looked boring as heck. See, the reason why Not Perfect was not my least favorite map is because at least it looked colorful. Like, it was more jolly, but you knew that, you know, people were dying. I wish they just did the same thing with Green Hill, where like it's all pretty and nice, but like you know your teammates are dying, you know, instead of like what they did now. Now, does it make me hate the map? No, I think the map is cool. I think it looks decent, you know. I think the geometry is kind of questionable, but you know it's Green Hill, so I can't full on hate this thing. But you know, I wish they just kind of stuck with the prettier look instead of gray and foggy look, you know. Now, you probably heard everyone already talk about Angel Island, and all I'm gonna say is the torches are annoying. Now, obviously, you could just remove them, but you also could just not add collision to them. Like, there are so many torches, it's unfunny. It's like the same thing from Green Hill in 0.1, where there's like torches with collision, but the trees don't have collision, which is kind of concerning. Now, what I do like about this map though is the building. The building is really cool. Sadly though, you don't utilize it that much, but it is a cool building that you go into, and the Master Emerald is really cool. But like, the fire makes things hard to see, and not only that, the torches have collision, so playing Metasonic on this map is essentially asking to have a fun time. And fun, quote unquote. But other than that though, that's all I gotta say for, well, this update, and let's move on to the outro. Now, feel free to share your very factual opinions in the comments, but my main problem with Outcome Memories isn't really like the characters or the killers or the maps. It's really just the stuff you see on YouTube. Now, I don't mean the negative videos for like the update. I mean like the encounter with Ward X, or encounter with Fleetway, or encounter with this, and this, or Shadow or something, you know? And you may not think it's bad, but like, when you constantly see videos on YouTube, you know, about like Ward X and Fleetway and them being shown off like in these like little like servers, it makes you like, oh, that's cool, I want to play him. And then when the devs announce like, oh, 0.3 is on the way, the community gets happy, obviously, but then the devs delay it for whatever reason, and then the community gets mad because, well, they want to play the new killers, and yet they keep seeing videos on Ward X being made. And I don't know, I think that the devs really just do like public testing, or just cut down on those like videos, or like, you know, showcases of the new killers when they're not going to be out for a long time. But that's my main problem with Outcome Memories, and it just creates like a really bad feedback loop between the community and the devs, because the community wants to play the new killers, the devs, you know, are making new killers, but they're showing the new killers, but the new killers aren't done yet, or they may look done, but they're not. And then when 0.3 drops, or whatever update drops, it's, well, buggy, because it looked done, it wasn't actually done. But other than that though, I hope you all enjoyed this little like video, I guess we would say, and maybe like, you know, let's see what 0.3 awaits for us, you know.